We just start with some team news, please, if possible, ahead of the trip to Edinburgh.
Yeah, I think we don't have any other injuries for tomorrow. I think everyone came out of the game really good. Of course, tired, but nothing, important for me that there aren't players available for Wednesday. So hopefully, Kamal Roof was on a training pitch today, so we will assess him tomorrow, and maybe he can be part of the squad on Wednesday. And the other ones are still out of the game.
I just wonder, when you look back at performance and result, we have the time to sleep on it. Just how pleased were you with your debut in the Premiership?
I'm very pleased, of course, because you want to win the game. That's the first objective you have to have. Get the 3 points. I think also the way we played on a difficult circumstances, of course, artificial pitch, wasn't easy, but I think we started the game really well. Deservedly, we're 2-0 up, and I think the only thing we have to do better is the last 15 minutes. We lost a little bit of control of the game, which Livingston could come back, of course, with the goal, and also a big chance to make it 2-2. And so in those moments in the game, we have to be more clinical and more defensively solid. I think the second half we did better than the first half, because we didn't give any chance away. And the only thing I can tell my players is to make sure the third one was scored much earlier, because we had the chance and only got the goal from Takla with the corner kick, and I think dominated the game really well, but forgot to close the game earlier, in the earliest possible time.
In terms of him, then obviously it's a team you've seen in person. Is this a chance for some of these Rangers players to right a few wrongs from the Haaland defeats and maybe exact some revenge on this head side?
Well, of course, we look back to the game. The game we played and lost. It will be a difficult game on Wednesday, because it's not the same way of playing. I have a different style and a different play than the team used on that day. So, but still, you can see the threats the Hips got with their system, with the players they have. I think they were on the day very solid, very good, and were very clinical in the chances they got, and deservedly won the game on the day. And that's what we take from the game last week. And Wednesday is a new chance for us to get the 3 points.
In terms of what I found intriguing yesterday was that you changed the shape a couple of times and went sort of closer to 4-4-2 at the end. One of the things about the squad, does it allow you that flexibility of not only making personnel changes but different shapes and different tactics?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's as I said before, it's quite a big squad with a lot of different qualities and strengths within the players in the back line, middle, the midfielders, also with our strikers, because I know, to be dynamic in system and changing in system, it's very important now in modern football, and I think we also have the players to do so. So in that objective, I'm very happy with the balance in the squad, and we will prepare every game differently, because different opponents need different strategies, different players as well. So I'm just happy with the depth in squad this team has.
Fashion Takla, of course, came on yesterday and got a goal. Long term, do you see him more of a central striker or a wider attacker?
Well, I think he can do both. He played also some games as a striker. He plays on the left. I can use him on the right. He's one of the players who is very versatile and has also the qualities to be dangerous in whichever position he is. So as a coach, I love to have players like that who can play in different positions.
And finally, just one injury question. Philip Helander has been out now for a few months. His initial return date was pegged as December. Is there any update on him?
Yeah, well, Philip is, is outside on the pitch again, so we have to slowly bring him back to fitness levels which are required to play games. But hopefully, expect him to be, to take part in training somewhere this month. So. He's been an important player for the team, and of course, with him being fit, I have more options in the back.
Calvin Bassey's come in for Leon Balogun the last couple of games. How impressed have you been with him filling in that role?
I'm really impressed because it's a very talented defender. Normally plays, in the left back position, and didn't have much experience in the central area. So I'm really happy with his performances. I think he has the physical ability to play there, and we will helping him a lot in that position. When he has to pass, when he has to dribble, his position he has to take when the other defenders got the ball. So. And he's a player who is very open in learning, and he gives a lot of energy into the team. So, the last 2 games, I'm really happy with the way he played.
You brought on Nathan Patterson yesterday in a sort of right wing position. Can we perhaps see that more going forward? And is that something you can see him working well with James Tavernier down that way, down that right hand flank?
Yeah, it's an option for me, especially when you have games like yesterday, but also against Prague, when you are, playing really well and really need to defend the advantage we have. So with Nathan, you have a player who's defensively very solid. I think the combination with James is excellent, and so that's an option for me. It's an option to give the defense a little bit more of stability, but also keep the pace up front when needed.
And finally, it was great to see Jermain Defoe getting back on the pitch at the weekend. Giovanni, could we possibly see more of him going forward, and what's he been like to work with behind the scenes?
He's been really good. I mean, when I came here, of course, he was part of the coaching staff and also a player. So he's also busy with his training batches, so which is really good because we started already thinking about team process and tactical possibilities, but. I think for now Jermain is still a player, and I will use him only as a player. And of course, I think the quality he has is sometimes needed in games. So and of course, Kamar out in the last 2 games. Jermain couldn't play in Europe because he was not eligible. But I think he can still have an important role in this season.